And welcome to episode 2 if you're still here. I hope you didn't mind the musical intro. I like to put that sort of stuff on just to break up the monotony, especially when we're looting. I mean, I know that now we're coming to a sort of more of a little town before the C3 big town. Hello. Okay, listen, we're going to grab these lights, that's for sure. We're going to grab these lights first because they are like $500 or $600 a pop at the trader. And oh, hello, I just saw some. Wow, hold it. I've seen this. Wow, we're in. I think that's it. And I'm about to show you what I foretold in the last episode. This is another good find. We've got a bumper too, so that's one of the things we're missing. I think we're missing the front bumper too of the car, maybe. But this really is one of the last pieces other than the doors. For almost a full car. I'm going to grab those lights in a minute. I mean, there's a lot in there. This is like a treasure trove for me. This is like a bunker. I'm going to put the bumper on. God damn it! How can you? No. I've seen this before. What you have to do is jump on top of the car and try and click it. No, see, it's not working. Okay. You know, you could take this to the front of the car and it'll fit on the back. Watch. It's stupid, but when you stand at the back, you can't put it on, right? Insane, totally insane. But whatever. I'm going to get those lights, but the real thing that we just missed is I've got some fishing wire. Yeah. And you know what that means, don't you? Yes, you know exactly what that means. Yes. We can craft some stuff now. I'm still going to have to get the materials together, but I've got two of the skins ready for the big backpack, and you know, the big backpack. This third backpack is the best backpack to craft in the game for sure. And really, you know, instead of just kill one zombie, craft a shitty cross backpack or one that's very similar to just a normal standard backpack. Why would you bother? This third backpack actually is half of a hiking backpack. I mean, cut in half totally. So it fits the sword across the bottom. So it's perfect for my style as far as fits the metal sword in the bottom of the backpack, leaving the one and two slots for a silent attack and a backup heavy attack should you need it. Then you can pretty much tackle any scenario and any number of puppets, you know. And I don't like the puppets on the ground. That's why you probably won't see too many. The one thing I did tweak is I haven't got too many just in the open air, in the meaningless air, because you'll still find them, especially if you stay in one area for too long, they'll spawn in. But if you keep moving, you won't find too many, because I always get a car. You know, I pretty much make it the first thing to get some sort of vehicle anyway. So if I loaded the puppets on the ground and we just drove past them and they could just wave hello to me as I went past them, that'd be fine. But the amount of puppets that are in points of interest in towns, that's where it's above the norm slightly. But you know, it's good because I mean that's the difference, right? That's why the horde system's in, is because if you make too much noise, more come. So it's basically all about noise. So you're going to see more puppets if you make more noise. And I don't know how many streamers haven't worked that out yet. I know Feudal and maybe even I know that even people like Raykit, they love to run around, you know, like to you know. But Raykit is better, and he's a good shot. He is a good shot actually. He's probably played it a lot, but he's a bit of a spammer with the arrows. He just spams them. But you know, I just spam 7.62 rounds. So when I can get them, so you know, all fair. But it's just, you know, what I'm trying to say is, what's the point of watching people with ×3 loot? You know, that's what I mean. It's just like, if you look at most people, they just leave like a pile of 10 items on the floor in every room. And I mean, it's like walking out with a shopping trolley. I'm not walking out with a shopping trolley. I'm walking out with the empty wrappers and the empty boxes. And that's what I like, though. You know, this is why it's hard initially. I sort of do lose interest in this game once I've done a few bunker runs and got some guns and stuff, and I've got my house exactly the way I want it, and all levels are 100, and I'm cooked. I mean, and I've been to most of the points of interest a million times. You know, I do try and steer away from the mechs, because really it's just, there's no real point. But there are certain places like boot camp, B2 bunker. There's and even the torpedo factory is fairly easy to get into. You know, and they're really the only ones you really need to get into with the mechs anyway. And the airfield's good. Is really the only challenge, I think. Because there's a hell of a lot of mechs there, and that one's fun, and that place still scares me, especially when there's beepers, there's everything there. That place is probably still the best place to get into trouble, and that's why I sort of avoid it. But it's a good place for picking up scrap too, but there's far easier places like B2 bunker to grab a shitload of guns, you know. So and less risk, and that's really what it's about. You don't want your character to die, even though there's a mech at B2 bunker. He just is on this route where he just walks up to the bunker and then turns his back on it for some minute or two, and it gives you ample time to run in. And then likewise, when he's at the front of the bunker, just as he turns to start walking off, you just slowly walk out and just out the fence. It's fine. It's an in and out process. It's fairly easy. And the B2 bunker is basically you just walk straight in, turn left, and there's one big long passage with 2 armories off it. And alone, you can't carry much more guns than in one backpack, you know. So it's a great little looting run, and there's no need to sort of challenge yourself with going any place to. I mean, logic pertains that you wouldn't really go anywhere else to get. A plethora of guns, and then you've got the drop, and the drop itself is it comes quite often and frequently when you've got a base, because you'll be in a base and then you'll get the 10-minute warning to go, you know, the drop is in 10 minutes, blah, 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 blah. So, and that happens probably every hour of play. So, you know, if you stand around base just doing maintenance, maybe building your base up, providing you've got a backpack ready with a couple of screwdrivers in and some bobby pins, which we don't have, and I can't find. But I think we're almost ready to make everything. You know, I've got the backpack is now underway, and the metal sword's not going to be too far away either. Now we've got a sewing kit. There's some things we can do with the sewing kit, including the next zombie that dies. I'll make a quiver out of his ass. So and then we can go with 2 lots of arrows. Then, you know, we can go with 24 then and sort of spam them a little more. But because we've got a bit more carry space, but I do hope that we find the some sort of clothing, because as you know, I'm still in my oranges, and that is like, it's hard. As you can see, all I've really got in clothes here is rags and one hat, which there you go, which I already got one. So and I was thinking a spare pair of gloves. I remember picking up a spare pair of gloves in the last episode somewhere, but I'm not sure if I actually got them or where they are, but I'm pretty sure that they're somewhere. So yeah, well, here we go. It is backpack time, and a hooray would be on the cards, wouldn't it? Some sort of sound effect or some sort of happy birthday. But this is going to change some things. Look at the difference from the courier backpack to this one. I mean, it's just crazy, and I got to say, I am a fan of this backpack. You know, I am, especially when I play 0.5 a lot. You know, generally this is almost a given. Every time you play, you're going to build 1 or 2 of these things. Also, you know, the old Harley Davidson style motorbike used to be able to fit 4 of these in the back. They worked perfectly. You know, you could fit two full hiking backpacks full of loot, because you could fit 4 of these backpacks in their storage, and you could carry a lot in that chopper. You know, it's a shame they haven't brought them back. Or they sort of have. I mean, I think it sort of looks like a dirt bike with the add-on. I don't really know. I mean, to be honest, there's more components to a motorbike now, and in one of my last solo games, I found a fully operational dirt bike, but the one that's got the cow horns on, I think, is just a dirt bike with cow horns on. I think it's the same sort of thing. So I think that's how they sort of ended the chopper's life. But the chopper had some great storage in it, which the dirt bike doesn't have. So bring back the chopper, I say. But yeah, we got the backpack. Now the next thing is just to complete this sword, but I'm going to need some metal for that. And I just want to try and loot some houses and get. There's I can see my water bottle there. This is going to be my water bottle. Thank you. Right, now we're cooking, because that is probably the best water bottle in the game. I think I sort of might have touched on that briefly last time, but you can create an improvised sort of wineskin style bottle, but it really doesn't have the durability to last too long. But it's good for putting, like, you know, using when you've got a couple of spare zombie kills and a couple of skins, you can put some petrol in them, you know, and they're not too much. Bingo, I've got a spare weapon, even though it's pretty damaged still. I need a workbench. I need to, like, get a base and start fixing these things up. I've got enough bolts and stuff now, I think, you know, to make some toolboxes if I wanted to. But I'll just save that for the base building, I think. And cranking this loot. Red bra. Okay, listen. I'm gonna cut it up for some rags for sure. I mean, at least it's pristine. It'll probably give me some white rags, a couple of them, and I can make some bandages at some point when I do actually find some spirits. I'm glad that they've done that with the alcohol, because before alcohol was purely just almost a monetary based style thing. You didn't drink it because you'll pass out, and it really just became like vodka and stuff prior to them changing it so that you could use it as some sort of antiseptic style thing. It was just a monetary item really. So it's good that they're giving some purpose to some of these items that really were fairly superfluous other than money, and giving them uses. It's just like the wire cutters. Oh my God, I got to say, I saw a stream of Feudal on the weekend, and he went to this room, and because his loot is like crazy, he picked up like 2 or 3 salts, and he just left them. I mean, if you know anything about cooking, if you leave salt or pepper, you're just gonna have to buy it, and if you don't buy it, your food suffers badly, and you'll end up having to eat more. It's far more effective to cook with salt and pepper to get more nutrition out of the foods and eat less, but get more energy and less calories. And he didn't take it, but then he started talking about he's online and Tommy's got a base and stuff. It's like, dude, if that is prime base taking stuff 101. It goes along with your nails. I mean, you can never have enough nails or bolts, because then if you get nails and bolts, you don't have to use your scrap for nails and bolts, which most people realise now that you can go to the trader, right, and pick up 2 backpacks full of scrap, or about 100 pieces, change them into 50 nails and 50 bolts for free, really. Grab 2 hiking backpacks, fill them both up, and then you'll end up with 5-10 packs of nails and stuff, from just one visit to the trader. So nails and stuff is obsolete now if you know where to look, and the same with the scrapyard. If you go to the scrapyard, there is so much metal, and then you just simply find one of the in-town workbenches, and it's all free, and obviously it doesn't deteriorate. It's not your workbench to fix anyway. It's and that's the flaw. Well, it's not a flaw. It's the reason to do it in most of those places. And at Trader West, there's a little house on the hill. You just drive up the hill as you go out the back pace, and you're finished with the scrap. You drive up the hill, and there's a house sitting on the hill, and I think it's called like Camp A or something. And it's got a full workshop inside where you can just grab you don't even have to have it in your storage for long. You just drive it straight up and park it in, and you can craft as many nails and bolts as you want. And that is crucial also to know with quick base building. I mean, if you've got enough nails and bolts, you can do anything. You can build the doors, you can finish off everything, you can have all the chests, you can have all the utilities, you need to make toolboxes to create the well, to create the log holding little things. There's actually 2. There's a large one and small one, but it's better to build 2 small ones than just build 1 large one. So I've been building 2 small ones for a long time now, and don't bother with the large one because it just takes too many materials. And like I said, this place here, if you had a crap load of bolts, a crap load of scrap, you could just go in there and create as many nuts and bolts as you want, therefore creating as many chests as you want. And like I said, there's no problems trying to find nails. You just got to find 2 scrap. Oh boy. Wow. Where did he come from? I heard some grunting, but I didn't. They're not usually on the bottom floor. They're usually up on the top floor and stand up near the stairs. Wow, okay. Wow, this is all changing. There's some puppet spawning. Maybe he moved. Maybe he heard me and moved downstairs, but I don't think so. I think he was a spawn on the ground floor. That's crazy. Normally, they're up on that top window, the second window and the second window on the other side. If they're going to be anywhere, there'll be two up on the second floor generally, and they'll grunt and growl and come down. There might actually still be one up there, but hard to hear the noise when that one was screaming. But again, I haven't been hit yet, right? I don't think I've been hit. No, which is good. I sidestepped that one. I tell you what, he almost got me then. He swiped me. Wow, I was quick there. I was float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, baby. Anyway, yeah, here he goes. Well, this one becomes my quiver. And with that, I've got some options. Look at the space now. This is going to be good. Really an improvement of the first episode. Although, without the first episode, all this wouldn't come together, because really we were waiting on the thread. And I tell you what, when I get to the trader, I will be buying 10 cotton reels, about 1,500 in cash, but well worth it, because everything I find clothing-wise is gonna need to be fixed. Everything, you know, and I suppose that's really why I stress in my game that you really, if you just leave the thread behind or fishing line, you're totally insane, because you'll end up, the clothes will be falling off you. And with that, I like it, and let's face it, my clothes are falling off me, or were falling off me before, and I haven't even got hit by a zombie once. But I tell you what, if you got hit a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, your storage would be almost zero. Things could be really bad at the moment if you ran around too fast and were just stupid, you know. But just slowly take it house by house, loot them. There's not much here to loot anyway, but as long as I don't miss anything critical in the houses, you know, like I could do with a gas can at the moment. You know, that's one thing I'm thinking about, because wherever I end up finding this car, the engine, Wheels, I'm going to call him Wheels, right? Because that's all he's really got. Wheels needs to find his woman. He needs to find a woman with a hot engine, and then they need to come together. And then just like a spider, she will eat him and leave him with no wheels and just dead, but and all picked to pieces, and all his best bits gone. Sort of sounds like my last 2 marriages, but wow. Listen, this is the first gun, another hooray celebration, but of course look what it is. It's a Hunter 85, and I don't have anything against them, but at the moment, without a silencer. Oh, and Bob the Builder hat. Wow. Hello. We've got a lot of expensive items, actually. You know, the hat not so much, but if you do get bonked in the head, it's better than just a cap. So, although it looks, I look like I'm trying to find Wendy at the moment. And I'm dressed in orange too, which is pretty scary. But there's two nails, and you know, let's say there was no cars here. I could build a chest in the center here and just run back and loot, you know, and put everything in. And then when I finally do get a car, I'll just come back to this town, pick the chest up essentially, so I don't have to build more. And oh boy, wow, where did he come from too? It was like I heard the growl, but man, he's on my ass. Drop the gun. Hello. You just can't. What are you doing? Just jump on him. Jump on him. Just get it down. Get it. That's it, see? Wow. Like when they fall down, if you can get on them quick enough and smack them back down on the ground, it's perfect. And this thing, this cleaver's brutal. And I couldn't think of cleavers go like, the chef knife. I had a mental blank after like it was such a good start, wasn't it? And it's still going essentially, and enough zombies to not make my day, but they're not difficult. You know, listen, they're not difficult. You've got to hit them 2 or 3 times. And they got a chance to hit you 2 or 3 times. They're just too stupid with me, anyway. And these are just standard zombies. They're not like pussies or nothing. In fact, if they could actually hit me, they'd hit me a little bit harder than the standard zombie. And I'll tell you what, I hate this hat. You know, a lot of people love that hat, but I mean, I don't know. It is sort of like the best thing I got. So I'm going to put Bill back on. Bob, listen. You know, I know I'm going to probably, if anyone does actually comment, because I'm not even actually on YouTube at the moment. I'm just essentially getting all this together. If anyone does comment, they'll probably call me Bob or something like that, and I'm cool with that because, you know, Bob the Builder's fairly cool. In fact, I'm an architect, so I'm going to say that anyway, and that's the reason why house building for me isn't really an issue. I can't wait to build this base. You know, I can't wait to, even something small, and it's only going to be small. It'll be like a 2x2, 2-story, and some sort of freestanding carport, possibly, in a nice area. And then later, once I'm established, I'll build a barbecue area in a nice place where we can occasionally maybe finish off episodes and watch the scenery, because my base location is no secret. I've built here probably since season 5, and I keep going back there because it's just so good, and I know everywhere, and I know where to get strawberries, and I know where to pick all the mushrooms, and there's so many places where you can just get an abundance of food, even in low loot. Like there's 8 strawberries, and you could usually get 2 to 3, maybe sometimes 4. And that's great, that's good enough. And every time you log on, just go run up and grab your strawberries. You go through the forest, and I know 4 or 5 locations where the mushrooms are every time. And 2 of them are the large mushrooms, which have 10 uses. So you can make a lot of grilled mushroom. And this boy survives a lot on grilled mushroom, grilled vegetables, and what steak and game we can find. And I am in a hunting area too, and it's on it's in B2, right? Listen, dead center of the map, and I picked the dead center of the map not only because it's a beautiful location, that it is central to everywhere, and you can drive anywhere within 30 minutes. You know, so you can get most drops, even if they're in if they're in the Omega sector or the Z sector, occasionally. Although the corners of the Z sector and the corners of the A sector, especially the snowy areas, by the time you get anywhere up that hill from B2, the thing's almost finished. You know, the timers are almost up on the drop, so no point to do that. But you really open yourself up to the drop a lot. You can get to most places, providing you got bobby pins, of course, or some sort of lock picks. But I still, you know, haven't found any, and I fear I'm gonna have to buy them. You know what I mean? I think that there'll be a couple of problems up ahead, and one of them will be a car jack, because other than in a garage here, and I know there's only 1 or 2 garages in this little farm. I mean, I really might have to go to C3 just to might go to the fire station. This mask, wow! If you ever find this mask, don't just leave it. Crazy. It's worth $600 for 1 slot if it's 100% healed, like 100% repaired. Hence the reason. Oh, I'm gonna food. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it all. I'm looking a little bit raggedy, not the water wise, but food wise. So I'm gonna have to eat something soon. That's sort of the reason why I'm in these places. There's another cooking pot there. I'll take the pan. and I do like 2 cooking pots because you can fit 2 on a grill, and it's best to try and do 2 at the same time if you're going to do things like tea, coffees, chocolates, those things all. Speaking of that, there's coffee right there. Thank you. So we can make black coffee, once we get a base going. This gives you a little bit of a stamina, like a boost as far as like probably dexterity, right? Like sort of like a speed up sort of thing. Like I would say it has that sort of effect. It's just a guess, really. I haven't. When I've drunk it, I haven't really looked at the stats, what's happened, but you can only gather that that's what would happen. You would sort of be more alert for, maybe 5 minutes or something, or maybe not so fatigued or something. Some sort of, oh shit. See what I mean? By running around, that's what happens, right? But then she'll start going, arr, arr, and then, if you don't take her out quick enough, God damn it, I've got to walk back for my arrows again. Should have waited for her to come, but she was shouting, and that I don't want the horde called, because that's what happens, right? You get the horde starts screaming at you, and then you are running for the trees. Just got to take them out, and it's good that that's the reason why I parked the car out here away from. I mean, if you ran around in the city, you're going to attract more, right? It's like some people, certain people. Just keep running through the city, jump through windows, jump through the next windows, and you never end, because forever you're aggroing the next zombie. Just get out, just go to the exit, stop them from screaming, possibly hide in the bush, wait for them to calm down, and maybe move to another area, and they'll probably even despawn. Just got to know the game, and maybe certain streamers just do it to create danger, and they're creating something that the game's not really offering. They're forcing it, and that's what I don't like. I hate these people that go, I think there's a zombie here, but there's nothing in the town. I mean, god damn it, there's nothing. When you start hearing or hear even footsteps, like, that there's someone close. And at that point, you try and take them out, or you back off and just go in a different direction, but then you'll hear something else, and you've got to take that out too, right? And I've lost count with how many zombies we've killed so far. I think there's 3 or 4. It was about 6 or 7 in the last. It was 6 or 7 in the last episode, and 4 here. And really, I've only been playing technically 2 hours or so. And we're in just little shitty farms, so there's enough zombie activity. In fact, probably too much at the moment with what I haven't got. But I'm going to try and make this sword now, because there's too many, and I feel that I need to. And these carrots, I can't find a carrot. I mean, why is there like green? I mean, when you got green stuff coming out of the ground like that, don't you think there's a carrot attached to the end of it? I mean, just don't show it. I mean, look. Is there no carrot attached to the end of these? Obviously not in low loot games, there is none. But the world just keeps giving me cucumbers. And listen, that's not bad, I don't mind cucumbers. Wow. Please give me another, and then it'll be like loot 3. No such luck. But 3 cucumbers is good, out of 6-ish. It's sort of like 50%, I think, like half. So, damn, I took that scrap. There's another car up ahead though. I don't really need to drink. It's more food, but I won't knock the water back because all the wells are empty. And who knows where the next drink is. Although I did see a river when we parachuted in. There was a river, but I was full then, right? Didn't need to drink then. But if we really do need to find something, but I have got the soda, although it's full of sugar. Prefer to drink water, like to abate the thirst. counter. I don't want to sort of like start drinking beers and drinking too many soft drinks to get my water levels back up to 100, because it does other things, you know. One of my friends swears drink one beer and drink water because they'll go at different rates, but the problem is the beer affects your vision and other things really, so there's no real point. It's best just to drink water, and when you're down on sugars, then drink the soft drinks. But I might have no option soon but I mean I've got this water. I mean, and that's the reason why the rain can another one. That's the reason why the rain cans are good. You know, they only need to have 2 or 3 units in them, and they'll give you almost a full drink. Don't drink any more than about 3 units, 2 or 3, as your stomach will burst. But if you're empty, you can drink 2 units and not really have to look. But I just need more clothes. I think that's what I need now. But I also know that I'm not gonna find like a 100% like, you know, tactical pants or something. That would be just an absolute dream. And it's the wrong place to look for it. You know, it's the wrong place to look. Obviously, you know, here I'm looking for backpacks, maybe the odd bit of building material. Might even find the odd shotgun occasionally in like a blue moon, but I won't hold my breath on that. And to be honest, use a shotgun, you probably kill more than the 1 or 2 you're killing. Oh, there you go. Got some hippie pants and some real underpants that have got some slots in it, so I'm going to put them on. That's good. It's good. That helps. I mean, hippie pants aren't great. They've only got a 4 slot. But that's double of the orange pants. So, you know, it's not great. It looks hideous. Looks like I've got a big ass now. Big, like, clown ass. In fact, I do look like Bob the Builder now, really. I'm pretty sure he had, like, yellow pants or something, maybe brown pants. And I'm sure he had orange too, actually, which is damn scary, because I think I look like a Bob the Builder lookalike. I'm really going to have to get change his hat soon. Boy. Just okay. We've opened the thread account. But you know, overall, I mean, of course, they're not going to knock that in the head and say no. Of course, I don't want thread like most people do. Bunny slippers. Do you know bunny slippers are bloody expensive too? They're like $150 or something like that if they're 100%. So, whilst you'll never see them on my feet, they're going to be good for Santa Claus. That's the rubber band I need. I don't know whether I needed to. Flight pants. I'll take them, but they're a bit flairish. Probably not as bad as the... No, it's alright. Anyway, I'm going to drink. Need to get rid of this can. I can't just keep holding it all. Oh, boy. Okay, well, yeah. Levels are up, although my constitution's starting to wane. And it's funny, because I suppose that's because I've been running for like 2 hours solid, right? Well, not running, but not really resting, hadn't really laid on a bed or anything. Yeah, he's probably starting to always be fatigued. And that's also what happens when you don't have a base, is you'll get these permanent little idiosyncrasies like this, where you're always like low energy or whatever, because you haven't like built a bed, laid down in a bed or whatever. It's important to try. I think, you know, especially when you've got those those parts where you're just waiting, maybe in cooking, you know. Sometimes you've got to wait 17 minutes, or sometimes you've got to wait hours, actually. Sometimes you've got to wait 1 hour and 40 minutes. And drop just appeared there, but again, I got no bobby pins. It's becoming an issue now. Stopping me from possibly getting a handgun, maybe even a shotgun, or even something better. like I'm trying to do now is put the is trying to get some sort of a semblance of it in the. But I should keep some screwdrivers in here. I always do religiously, and I really should. But I suppose there's no real point, right, when you haven't got any bobby pins. Yeah, it would be good to find it. And there's not really a house here. I mean, the house that has a filing cabinet, probably in ×3 loop, probably be worth looking. You know, you might 25% of the chance, 25% of the time, you might get one because you'll get multiple items. But no, I don't hold any hope of finding bobby pins here. Not in the next 10 minutes anyway. I just got to focus on the sword. I just want to get this scrap metal from this car, because that's one thing we're low on, scrap metal. You know, could do with a backpack full of it actually, and could craft a lot more stuff. Could craft toolkit, right? Can craft toolkits. But that's helped me, because that's what I just wanted for making a toolkit. Now I really only just have to make rope, right? But I think I can make the sword, and I can put my poor cleaver, which is actually at 70%, into storage as my spare weapon, because it's a great enough weapon. It really is, and you know, I could run it into the ground, but no, you haven't seen me with this sword. I love this sword. This sword is a game changer. I actually like the medieval sword better, and we will be going to the castle at some point. But I really think that trying to find an engine for wheels and find the love of his life that will slowly eat him when we get them two together. But there you go, and thanks for the hooray. I needed that. I needed the hooray. Now I'm set to go. I wouldn't mind a compound bow and some sort of handgun, and I would say that I'd be almost ready to tackle anything then. Tackle anything, chance anything. I mean, the loot's not. I mean, the zombie level's not that high, but obviously, you know, you get into a bunker, and there's a few of these guys running at you. They can do anything. There's, oh shit, he's getting up here. All right, okay. I thought I could just like whack you. Boom, boom. Thank you. And that is the difference right there. I mean, the confidence with the sword is just off the scale for me. Some bullets. Even, do you know, you could fix those boots at 50%. They're probably still better than what I got on, you know, but construction boots are just harder. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We got the sword, we got that. Now I can actually repair it too. But mind you, it doesn't really need it. It's 95% at the moment, 97. It's not 100%, but it's damn good at the moment. And I think most of the levels of the equipment that I've got is not in bad condition. So we just need more items of clothing, really, and hopefully that will come. But you know, I've looked at a lot of houses. There's a lot of houses. I didn't find any leather jackets, any leather pants, or nothing. It's just, that's what low loot brings you. That's what I said. It's a real challenge, you know, to still be wearing your oranges when you're almost halfway through your second episode, right? So something's got to give, and really we just got to try and fill this car up full of loot, try and get as many construction items for the base as possible. But there's too many pieces of the puzzle missing currently. That's what it is, you know. Too many things that need to be done. Be nice to put some bobby pins next to that, right? It really would be. Then I could go for that drop, and I'll get some new gear. I probably might even find a one of those gleaming red backpacks from the drop, and some clothes. It'd be a good wind cheater, and some black shorts. They'd definitely come in handy. Anything that's got more than 4 slots at the moment for pants would be coming handy. These are the two lucky. This is my 2 chances of finding a jacket. And just okay. Well, I got something for the car. That's good. I needed that. That's good. That is good. Again, unexpected. Not what I wanted. That's what I need. Some more of those. 10 of them would be nice. Okay, another driving glove. Okay, boombox. That's money. Listen, it's not much money either. It's not that great, but it'll be. I think it's like $160. So if it's fixed, but anyway, no, I'm not dropping my quiver at the moment. I really would like this bedroll though, because just talking about it earlier, saying that I'm fatigued because I haven't laid down. This thing is basically like a bed on wheels, and I'll just move it outside so I remember it. But the gas can is more important, because this thing can hold water, this thing can hold gas, and probably going to hold gas. Never really noticed that little thing up there. It's okay. It's third. Whoa, no. Okay, right. That's it. I'm definitely go back to the car, because that's wow. We got bedroll, and this is like wow. This is good stuff for us for sure. This is loot with a capital L. It's all for the loot, baby. It's all for the loot. Yeah, I just have to keep checking, because running like this, feudal style, is going to attract the puppets, and I want to try and do it too. I want to try and sort of, I get why he does it, I get he's trying to make some content, rush things up, but I'm also trying to get as much gear into this car to make the best base possible for this guy and for you guys, so that you know and can see that within. And listen, we're still day 1 in the game. We're still like probably lunchtime. I don't really know the. Probably in the morning they parachute you in. Bingo. But you see, they need to repair. But that's a great pair of shorts, right? That's definitely. It's still not tactical pants, but I can live with that. Unfortunately, I just can't live with looking at my legs. There's something about a man's legs. They just look like 2 billiard, like a billiard table, like the end of a billiard table, just like big bally round things and unattractive. Women's legs are far better. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I think that a woman's legs definitely look more like they belong in shorts. Like a man's legs just look like 2 sort of white crab legs, and they look disgusting. I mean, I don't know how long I can do this for, but the good part is I'll make the sacrifice, because the storage is actually the best so far. Probably one of the best items I've got currently. So I'm gonna go up there and get, because like now I've got like more issues. I've got big things I've got to try and take back to the car. But look at that, nothing, right? I mean, other than the gas can, what are we gonna find? Another kitchen knife. Like I haven't got enough of them, and 1 bolt. Thanks very much, right? So, like it would be one bolt. It's sort of like what I said earlier. right? Like one bolt and a rag. But you know me, I'll loot goblin everything. I am like the loot Lucifer. Oh, wow, I didn't even see that. I'm glad. That's why I check sometimes just the perimeter search. I did that the other day in the trees because I couldn't see anything. I just did a perimeter search, but there was nothing there. But then, that's why I said sometimes doing a perimeter search does pay off. Fig seeds. Do you know, I haven't really seen many figs, I've got to say. As a veteran, 5,500 hours, I think I have eaten a few figs in my time, but not many. I'm pretty sure that I've had to buy more than I've found. I don't even know where a tree is planted in the world. I couldn't tell you where a fig tree is. Do you know that? And that. So maybe there isn't one, but I wouldn't actually mind trying to plant one in this session because I just got seeds, and you know I'm going to go for the cherries. Oh my God! Level 3, baby! Wow! Please, yes. You couldn't. It wouldn't last, right? You couldn't just like get 6 of them. Anyway, yeah, that was the one that made my sword. It came from the back way, so it didn't look like the same thing. Listen, I'm gonna drink it. Water is sparse around here. It's really sparse, you know. And it shouldn't be because it's not like the desert or nothing, but it just seems like every farm I've gone to, none of the wells work. But there is no shortage of these watering cans anyway. And now he has to ignite. Just do a little bit of a ring. Leave my mark. I'll take this because this. Wow, I've gone from like nothing to 2 of them. That's great. But you know, they are 2 of these are the same as one big gas can anyway. So it's sort of like just finding one big gas can. But the good part is I could put 1 petrol and 1 water because, you know, another trick when you build a base, just build the base. Worry about the well and whatever in your next session when the trees grow back. Otherwise, you're going to walk too far. So build the base, and as you drive past or walk past a lake, fill up 20 units of one of these things, and that'll be enough to keep you going through the build, and until you probably have built your own well. So, but it's the backpack space has increased, right? I mean, we got 6 in the trousers. We still need a better shirt, and that's surprising, right? Normally you'd find a woodcutter shirt or something by now. I haven't found a single woodcutter shirt, anything. No real items of clothing, and like while I don't need barbed wire or, you know, maybe even bones or fig seeds at the moment, I'm going to take the lot because it will enhance my standard at the base. I mean, normally, and there's no chance, no one is going to pick up fig seeds, right? No one. And especially at low loot, you got limited backpack space. You're never going to drop something important like real food for just seeds. But with this car or building a box and storing it at each location you go to, and look at the stuff I got now. Even in a low loot thing, look at it now. I've got options here. I've got toolboxes. I've got shotgun shells, and alone, I've got things to sell. The mask is 600. I've probably got 4 or 5 grand's worth in this rubbish that I could get at the traders at the moment, and obviously my fame is only 6 at the moment, so I'd only be able to get the stuff that has 0 fame, which is food and some crafting materials. But that would actually get me 10, maybe 20 cotton reels, and I would swap everything I got for the ability to repair everything. Not only while you repair everything, all your skills go up for repairing too. So, you know, it's a win-win-win-win. Because also, you know, all your clothes is fixed at 100%. Some food here, and you know, I'm struggling for food. I should just eat it now, really. But I'll just wait till I pass out. And the reason for not probably trying to eat now is I just want to make sure that I've got a enough in the box as well, enough stored up. Plus I'm almost finished, you know, this town's almost looted. I just want to get through it and get the hell out of here. I want to find that car, to be honest, but this could have bobby pins. No, lock. That was a real chance. That one was a real chance for bobby pins, and that could have really... Oh no, another one of these goddamn hats. They're expensive though. I think they're about $250, and I will take that. I think I've already got one. I think I have. Or is it just the normal fertilizer? And again, I'll use the locality tool just to try and see if there's anything that I can't see, because it'll pick up, you know, very minute things like a bolt, one single bolt or something, you know, that you can't really see that well with the eye, or just, well, you can see if you really stare at it, but you, from a distance, you bypass it. It's not like it's a big red gasoline canister in there or nothing. Anyway, we will move on from here, because it's not fun looting, but I tell you what, it is fun looting, but it's probably not fun for you guys just watching me just put standard stuff in the car, because I've got to say I need some weapons myself, but all this stuff is going to pay off dividends when we can finally get the car going, and also when we can start building a base, because I'm getting some gear together, and even in this sort of miser world where there's not much around, providing we got the timber, the rope, and we've got enough scrap. And I think what I'll do is I will go to the trader before we start building the base to pick up scrap, pick up the stuff that we're missing, just to ensure that there's definitely I can knock it up quickly and efficiently. I wouldn't want to start building the base half and then have to stop and go looting for something. I want to try and get everything in the car, and hopefully we'll be able to find a car. That's what we really need to do. We need to find a vehicle, and we're close here now. To finishing off this whole area. This is where that guy was. So really, we've done this, done that, and yeah, I forgot that, right? God damn, almost forgot it. Left it there too long. Now I'm going to repair it. Gone from 86% to 100, and that was a pretty good find, right? Probably only used one slot of my thread, and now we've got a nice place to lay down. Yeah, it's just these two really, and well, it's not even that too. I'm not too worried about feathers, and that's really all that thing's got. Cherry seeds, yeah, baby, because I want to eat my cherries I don't even want to turn them into seeds. I just want to eat them all. Every one I got. I'm going to eat them all. Soap. That helps. I'm going to take everything. You know me anyway. I'm going to take everything that moves, including the kitchen sink. No, I couldn't take the kitchen sink, sorry. And, right. Last chance for some hardware. Yeah, bolt. So far, one bolt. Okay, cap. That's good. Even though it's, well, dead just about. So we got one bolt and a cap. That's 18%. Box of matches. It's hardly Harrods, is it? You know what I mean? But you know, you've got to do this. You've got to move each car to each thing, loot them up, and you'll be there. You'll be fine. You know, you'll be well on the way base wise. I think we're done, and I am definitely done with this town. This is. It had to be done. I'm not going to be so pedantic with looting everywhere, unless it's military gear and interesting places. But I think now we're close to the end, as far as the. I mean, I think I didn't loot and go up this far, so this might be the very last chance. Oh, bingo. Yeah, I definitely didn't come here. Wow, okay, that's great. So we've got a shirt now. So the only thing we haven't got rid of is the initial orange hoodie. So yeah, we're on the way. We're on the way. I'm not going to take those bags. I'm not in the mood for that. In fact, probably it's best to go upstairs, even though I know there's almost nothing. That's what I'm saying, nothing, right? Nothing. Big zero, big fat zero. Might be something in the kitchen, like another kitchen knife. Oh God, Freddy Krueger. He'd be able to make a hand at the amount of kitchen knives I got, I think. Well, okay, but listen, you know, I've got 2 pairs of these as well, but so really nothing again, essentially, but a spare pair of gloves, and I don't really like the white gloves. Maybe for snow it would be all right, but for me at the moment, I prefer black and fingerless gloves. These ones are fingerless, but you know the funny thing is, driving gloves, although they're fingerless, still are yellow when you pick locks. So I don't quite understand why they did that. But yeah, we are just at the end. I'll tell you what, we have thoroughly routed both of these farms though, and killed just about every zombie inside. So you know, mission success from that standpoint. And I think we're damn close now to trying to go to C3 town. I think that's what the plan's got to be going forward. We got to. Oh, hello. No wheels, none. Well, that's what I'm sort of saying. See, this sort of looks like a chopper. Okay, I'll grab my second, and I love that. Resources, any bolts, nails, anything where we can make storage, essentially. Nails and bolts are storage when you get to build your base, and you need that. I mean, otherwise you can't even hold your loot, right? So, I mean, it's, I think, blasphemy not to pick up every single nail and bolt that there is, because at the end of the day, if you don't want storage, what the hell are you looting for? Oh, I'd want that. This is not, I think it's like pesticide or fungicide. It's not even really important, that one. This thing is more important. And weeding, all you need is a hoe. Really, all you need is fertilizer and a hoe and water. For gardening, everything else, even that silly pitchfork that I said never use as a melee weapon, don't really need it. Don't really need it. You can have it in your hands while you're gardening and it speeds things up, but it's not, I don't think it's really necessity. And this definitely is the last place for sure. I have routed every room, every place here now, and the sad thing is though, right? Everything that's in the car is a product of these two farms, and but still no bobby pins. I might be able to find some actually in the city, but I don't want to go too far in there because of, like I said, it just doesn't make good content when it's too laggy, and but it's, I think the puppets are fast enough. They're not really slowed down. They've been challenging to, like they've surprised me, chasing me, and it's mainly again because I was running around, right? Like I'm running as fast as I can here back to the car now too. Probably wouldn't surprise me if there was a puppet following me. Because it does take them time to turn their heads left and right, look around, growl a little bit, and by that stage you've ran, but then they come outside, they hear you again, they follow you, and at that stage they're not slow. They're definitely not slow. Even the fatter, slower ones, they're not real slow. They're like, they might be 1 or 2 seconds behind you, or 3 or 4 seconds behind you, but they're definitely not like, will attack you in a minute's time like now. If they had followed me, they'd already be hitting me right in the back right now. So you just got to keep your eyes on a swivel. And but I know that I've killed most of the zombies in that town. Probably again 6 or 7. In fact, the first town was more looted up with zombies, really, in ratio to, like there really was 2 sheds and 2 houses or something, or 3 sheds and 2 houses, but there really was a lot of Zeds around. Yeah, well, I think it's almost time. It's almost the end. So we at this particular point, I mean, the car's almost getting full too. I might even have to make a chest or 2 soon to store this loot, which is good. This is where I want to be. I want to have enough stuff to sell, and we could have more nails and boxes and bolts and stuff, but I think we have enough. We don't need too many, and I think now we're sort of set to try and find the car, become mobile, because there's enough loot there. I mean, we've even got a bit of food. Thank you very much. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Thank you. See ya.